they're good looking. If you're looking for a strength workout that's not only going to build your lean muscle tissue, it's also going to challenge your balance, work your core, and done in a fun but yet effective way, then hey, baby cakes, you've hopped onto the right workout. Listen, this is a strength workout using the stability ball, so you need a stability ball, as well as every set of dumbbells that you own, be it 1 set all the way up to 5 sets, okay? So lace up your runners and let's go get busy. Hello there. Hey, welcome to my workout. I'm PJ from fitnesswithpj.com, and hey, I specialize in helping women over the age of 40 reclaim the tush of their 20s. So if you're over 40, if you're a woman, click that subscribe and let's continue this journey together. Now let's get warmed up and then away we go into this strength training workout using our stability ball. Feet apart for me, abs engaged, big arm circles. Let's start with warming up the shoulders. So we're moving through a variety of different exercises. We've got a lot of sets that we're doing, okay? And the reason being is multiple sets is what helps build muscle tissue. So we're doing 3 sets for most of the movement patterns, and that's really gonna help break through the muscle, fatigue the muscle, and therefore build the muscle. And now open and close the arms. Now when we do this, we're trying to open up the chest, dynamic stretch through the chest and front shoulder, and then here, bring the arms as if you're hugging yourself to open up the upper back. There you go. Now I'm using, as I mentioned, a variety of different dumbbells. If you only have 1 pair of dumbbells, don't worry about it, sister. When you can, hey, grab yourself some heavier ones because you will build as you continue with the workouts. That's just the beauty about strength training. We get stronger, and then we'll need heavier dumbbells to make sure that we continue seeing gains with your fitness. Last 3, 2, 1. All right, extend the arms up, shoulders roll back and down. Give me a squat and drive the hips up. Good, keep those arms up in what I call a V position. Warming up into the upper back, believe it or not, with the arms up there like that, which you'll probably feel in a few more reps, and then working into the knees, ankles, and hips with our squat pattern. Now, you may need a wider squat if you've got tight hips, so adjust your feet placement and where you can easily squat down, keeping a neutral spine, so take a peek at my spine. Okay, I'm not tucking the tailbone under as I squat, and my knees are tracking with my toes. 4 more, 3, 2, 1. Place those hands light behind the ears. Step back with one leg into a lunge pattern. As you lunge down, twist to that front leg for rotation in the torso. Other side, so we'll alternate, always twisting towards the leg in front of us. Now your lunge pattern can be as deep or as shallow as your knees see fit. So if you've got sensitive knees and they're just not loving the lunge pattern, there you go. This is where you'll be at, okay? Last 4. 1 more. And shake it out. All right. If you find that you're still not warm, I want you to start the first series of movements that we're going to do with no dumbbells, and that'll help you warm up and get you set up. Otherwise, everybody else, I want you to grab what you consider a heavy dumbbell and place your ball against a wall. If you have no wall to place your ball, you'll do a regular squat, okay? Awesome. Okay, the only part of the wall that I can use is this edge here, because this is all shallow. This is non-supported. And I'll go right through into the fireplace, and then my husband will divorce me. So we want to keep PJ's marriage going, so I won't be centered in camera. Sorry. Now, your ball is situated just in the small of your back. Feet are ahead of you, so that when we squat, our knees aren't pushing past the toe box. We'll hold on to the dumbbell like this. For reference, I'm using a 25-pound dumbbell. We have 50 seconds on the clock, and then we get our butts down to the ground for some hamstring curls. Okay? Of course, okay. Ready, set, go. You came here to work. All right, now allow the body to push up against the ball a bit. Let the bum kind of go under the ball as you're squatting, so you're pushing your bum back a bit towards your wall. Knees track with the toes. Go down as low as it feels comfortable. Ideally, thighs parallel to the floor. Big muscles were being trained here, so that's why the timer's going for a little longer, 50 seconds. And as mentioned, if you don't have a wall close by, you just do a regular squat. Just please hold on to a dumbbell. Abs engaged, time. All right, lie on your back. Calves are on top of the ball. Arms are down by your side. Now lift the hips up, keep in the bridge position, roll the ball towards the bum, and straighten the legs. If you find that you're wobbling all over the place, get the arms out a bit wider away from the body. That's going to give you a better base of support. If your hands are close by and you're feeling pretty good here, lift your hands off the ground and just have the upper arm helping to support. I'm really pushing my heels into the ball. You're going to feel the hamstrings, glutes, and maybe even the outer part of your hip. So those are our 2 movements. We flow through these for a total of 3 rounds. Now, here's the fun part. When the timer goes, we only have 10 seconds to get our asses back up against the wall holding onto the dumbbell. So it should be fun. Time, here we go, ready? Grab your dumbbell, ball is up against the wall. Get it set up, go. I got it in. How are you doing? Yeah, if you're still struggling to get your ball and get the dumbbell set up, don't worry about it. Get yourself set up and then join us when you can. At 50 seconds, that means you'll get lots of reps in. So if you miss a few, no harm done. I don't do a long transition in my workouts, and the reason being is I want to obviously keep the flow and get some sort of an aerobic benefit too. So we're not resting too much in any of my workouts if you're new to me and my training. Whew, I feel my legs, man. Yes. Once again, I can't stress enough, your bum's kind of pushing under the ball as you're squatting. Time. Here we go, lower legs on top of the ball. Arms where you found you had the best support. Hips are up, go. Now here's a cue. If you find this is quite easy, walk the ball further away from the bum. Further away it is, the harder it is. So then there's a cue in there. If you're finding the hamstrings are cramping, you just can't complete the set, hey, bring that ball in a little closer to your tush. Timer goes. We go back for our 3rd round against the wall. Time. Whew. That's a tough one on the hamstrings. And that's just body weight too. Crazy, isn't it? Okay. So your feet are ahead of you. Go apart, and then you push your bum under your ball. Back in the day when I was personal training people and we do this movement, they would have their seat tucked under sometimes, okay? And that's not a great positioning for knees or the low back. So again, you're pushing your bum back. A lot of my weight is in my heels on this movement. Hamstring curls coming up. Time. Whew. So again, have that ball a distance away from the bum. That's going to get those hamstrings and bum up and curl. If you're really fatiguing, try 2 hamstring curls, drop the bum, lift the bum, 2 more hamstring curls, drop the bum, lift the bum, 2 more. And that's how we build in increments. Almost there, keep going. Time. All right, can I have a quick sip of water? We're gonna give the lower body a tiny bit of a break. It is gonna assist us in this next 2 moves. We have chest press and then pullovers. So 30 seconds are on the clock. I'm just gonna grab a quick sip. Because again, these are big muscles, so we can fatigue, we can hang out there for a bit longer, a few more reps. Now, if you've never done a chest press on a ball, probably the best way to do a chest press. I'm gonna use 25s. You have a seat on your ball. Okay, and then walk forward. You want the head fully supported, elbows lined up with shoulders, and then slightly ahead of the shoulders and pressing above the chest, okay? And then the secondary move, we'll do a pullover, which I don't think I can do a 25. So let me quickly demo, because we'll flow through it and you may need to grab another dumbbell to place by your ball. A pullover is back into this position again. 1 dumbbell only. You'll hold on to the far end of it, angle it away from the noggin, hands start above the chest, arms stay fairly straight, move through the shoulders, drop the dumbbell and pull back over, okay? So that's for your lats, triceps, shoulders. You ready? Awesome. Okay, so load up, 50 seconds. I'm gonna put the timer on, so I'm just gonna give you 1 more breath to get your butt out there. Yes, you're there, head and shoulders supported, perfect, go. So remember, elbows are slightly ahead of your shoulders, and then when we lower them down, we're just letting them lower just a bit past the shoulder. So I love doing chest presses off the ball versus the ground, because we get a lot more recruited in the lower body, and then we can allow the elbows to drop a little lower, so we get a little bit more activation in the pecs, shoulders, and triceps too, for that matter. My dumbbells were in the garage before this workout, and the posts are effing freezing. It's like I am chest pressing popsicles right now. Holy cow. I'm gonna lose feeling in my fingertips. Time. Whew. That's crazy. Ah, that's cold. All right, hold on to one end of your dumbbell. Now angle it away. All right, and elbows are slightly bent. Drop it behind you and pull over. You'll feel a nice stretch in the abs as well when the dumbbell drops behind you. Push through those heels, keep those hips up, get that bridge happening. Try to get the movement through the shoulders as well. So once you've given me that slight bend in the elbow, just keep it there. Don't move the elbows around. Yeah, that's me being bossy pants, but it's for your own good. Time. All right, back to chest press. So again, multiple sets so we can really fatigue the muscle and get growth. Go. Slow and controlled. Woo, getting fatigued. Time. Oh my goodness, I tell you, the posts on those metal dumbbells are ridiculously cold. Okay, pullovers, go. All right, lift those hips up. So it's kind of a double whammy for the glutes. They just worked in our squats and our hamstring curls, and now they're having to hold the hips up again. I told you I help women over 40 reclaim the tush of their 20s. Pretty much 15 minutes of straight glute activation, that'll do it. Time. Okay, so I'm gonna give it a try with the 25s for the final round. How you doing? Hopefully good. Hopefully better than me. Go. Now, when you are lifting heavier, you need to remember about form as well. So if you get to a point where if one more rep, you would lose form, stop the movement, you're done. Good job, bravo, you worked to failure. A lot of people don't do that, so. And I'm almost there myself. Time, holy cow. All right, pullovers for our last time. We're moving on after this. Whew. Hips up, feet apart, hip width or shoulder width, and drop the dumbbell, pull it over, move through the shoulders, not the elbow joint. There's definitely pec activation and tricep activation on this one too, which we worked in the chest press as well. So this is tough, this last set. Hang in there, you guys. We move on. We move on after this. We got this. Time. Good job. Whew. All right, if you need a sip of water, go for it. We need to give the arms a bit of a break. They are going to assist us in the next move. Whew. So we're moving into glutes, low back, and then core. No dumbbells required. 40 seconds on the clock. 2 rounds this time. I need another sip. So reverse hypers, so that's going to train the glutes, pardon me, and then we'll walk the ball underneath our forearms, excuse me, and work into the core. All right, let's get set up, everybody. Dumbbell, on the dumbbell, ball in front of you, and walk yourself forward. You want the ball underneath the hips so that you can still breathe. So don't have it too high up in the belly or it makes it really hard to breathe. Your feet are apart, toes are on the ground. Lift the legs up, squeeze the glutes, and lower. If you want, you can bring the heels and tap them together like little leprechauns. Okay? Perfect. Now, you've seen me do it. I want you to get the neck in line with the spine, shoulders and wrists aligned, and feet apart. Now lift up, little leprechaun tap at the top, and toes back down to the ground. Be slow and controlled, especially when you're lowering the legs. Don't let gravity, just let the legs drop. Get the glutes and hammies involved on the action. There should be no pain in your low back. Your elbows will bend a bit as the legs lift up, and then they can straighten a tiny bit as they lower down. I love this exercise for the glutes. And again, you've got to have that ball in that right part of the hip, so it's not just on belly. It makes it really hard to breathe. Time, and I need you breathing. Okay, plank on the ball. Stand, forearms on the ball. Okay, step your feet back. Now you want the feet apart. That's going to give you a better base of support. Hold here. Now if this just isn't available, this movement, to get rid of the ball, do a forearm plank on the ground, or knees on the ground and forearms on the ground. Okay, this is definitely an advanced plank action. Now from here, pretend that the ball is a spoon and you're stirring a pot, and let's stir it 5 times in one direction. 1, 2, feel that? 3, 4, 5. All right, we got to stir it the other way now. Give me 2 more. We got 5 to do. Awesome, release. Okay, back to our hypers. Ready? Go. Once you've seen me, neck in line with the spine, so you'll look down on your ground. Last round, and then we move on. Time. Whew. All right, we get set up, back to that plank position, and if you are on the ground, you'll just hold it on the ground. Rest of us on the ball. Here we go. And we'll breathe. Good. Now let's try stirring that pot. Pick a direction and go for 5, 4. Try not to move the hips or the feet. 3, 2, 1. And now let's go the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then hold the plank until that timer goes. Holy arms, huh? Yeah. Woo. Time. Whew. Good job. All right, moving into the smaller muscles of the upper body. We're going to drop the timer down to 30 seconds. Now, we've got shoulder presses, bicep curls, and tricep extensions. So I'm going to grab what weights you think you're going to be able to perform 3 rounds with. I'm going to grab some 15s and 12s. And then for your tricep extensions, you just need 1 dumbbell. I'm going to try 20. And if you're like, PJ, I don't know any of those exercises, don't worry about it. That's what I'm here for. Okay, so we're going to start with seated shoulder presses. So that's seated, meaning that it's going to make it a little harder. Normally in the workouts we do it standing, and at which point we could use our legs to push off a bit. So this is where I'm going to try for 15s, but I may have to knock down to 12s, and we're pressing straight up, okay? Beautiful. Nice and tall on the spine, seated on your bow, hands resting at the shoulders, and go. Press up and down. Time. Whew. Okay, I'm dropping it down to 12s for my inclined bicep curl. So walk forward and get the low back supported, and the elbows are resting on your stability ball. From here, position your elbows pressing against the ball and curl the hands all the way up to the shoulders, and then straighten the arms. So let your bum just drop, okay? You'll get to a position where you know the ball's not going to push out on you, and it actually feels kind of comfy. Kind of comfy. I say that very loosely. You'll feel your quads and obviously your biceps. But you're on an inclined position here, so this is why you might need to drop down on dumbbells for that guy. Okay, I'm gonna take my 120. I'll show you what it looks like. Tricep extensions, arms straight up, and let the dumbbell drop behind the head and straighten. So those are our moves. Oh, I lied, we got one more. We're gonna do a weighted abdominal crunch after this. Time, okay. I'm gonna use 115. Get the ball, walk yourself forward. Okay, just that low back is pressing against the ball. Dumbbell held high in the chest and crunch up. Now, if you have osteoporosis, low back, you don't want to crunch, okay? I want you to get down and do that plank. And you can do the plank with your forearms on the ball like we just did earlier, or on the ground. But crunching is not a great idea if you have osteoporosis. You should time, you should not feel that back to seated presses in your low back either. All right, so I'm gonna try my 15s again. Shoulder presses, ready, set, go. Woo. These are getting heavy. Time. All right, I'm dropping down to 12s for my incline curls. I'll go to my side again so you can see me. So drop your bum down, okay? Go, curl up. Let the wrists curl in a bit too as the hands come up to the shoulders. Time, triceps. So I'm gonna add more weight. I know, right? Go. It's okay, you'll feel good when it's done. That's the way it is with exercise. It's always a bugger to get those runners on, but once you do, you feel pretty damn good after. Ooh. Weighted ab crunches coming up. Time. Whew, triceps. They're almost done. How about you? So, get yourself situated. You want that low back comfortable and supported. Upper body over the ball and crunch up or plank. Let the dumbbell rest against the chest, so try not to let your arms lift it up. So what we ideally want is the weight of the weight being absorbed by the abdominals. So one more round. We're almost there. Time. Whew. Okay, shoulder presses. All right, I'm gonna try 15s again. You with me? Yeah, good. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Come on, timer. Anytime now. Thank you. Bicep curls. That was getting a little uncomfortable. Here we go. I know, I laugh and giggle like an idiot. That was uncomfortable. I loved it. Are you sick and twisted like me? Oh my God, that hurt. That was awesome. I don't know if you noticed earlier, I'm wearing a shirt that says The Studio. That's my old gym that I used to own. We taught boutique fitness classes time. Whew. Triceps, and it's a year ago this week, I should say, that we shut down because of COVID. Go. But don't feel sorry for me. It ended up being a blessing in disguise. So I miss everybody there, but I absolutely love being online. Oh. And I wouldn't trade that for anything right now. Time. Whoa. Man. All right, crunches. Go. Yes, the whole COVID pretty much almost decimated the travel industry as well as the fitness industry. Time. Whew. Okay. We truly deserve a sip of water. Shake out those arms. We're finishing off with an ab series and then we're done. So stick around. Okay, we're finishing off with some abs. 2 rounds, 40 seconds on the clock. Yes? Awesome. Crossover crunch. Okay. And if you have osteo, I want you to hold a V-sit. I know this doesn't apply to everybody, but you'll just hold a V-sit. Okay? In fact, this whole series, you'll be doing a V-sit or a plank. You choose. Okay, walk yourself forward. You want that low back supported. Hands are light behind the ears. We lift and twist, back down over the ball and lift and twist the other way. Here we go. So your low back is nice and comfy. The closer your bum is to your floor, so if you bend your knees and drop your bum, the easier the exercise becomes. The more over your ball, the harder it becomes, but you could also get pinching in your low back. So figure out what's going to train the abs without any pain in your low back. Add that twist, keep those elbows pulled back, and breathe. This right here is one of my favorite ab exercises. Crossover off the ball. Time. All right. All right, bye, George. Now walk yourself forward. Get the head and shoulders on the ball. Bring the arms up. Interlace the arms. Keep the feet and knees pointed forwards as we twist and allow the ball to roll down one side of the shoulder, back to center, other direction, back to center. Good. Hey, buddy, are you just going to stand there awkwardly? Why don't you lay down? So hitting the obliques again, and then getting into the glutes too with this bridge. Time. All right, side crunch. Come on over here, George. Scissor, the bottom leg in front. Hip is resting on your ball. Place your hand around the ball to hold on to it a bit. Top hand behind the ear, and think rib to hip. Rib to hip. Now, if you've got a good grip on the ground and you want to add a bit more, you add the other arm up, and that increases the intensity dramatically. But it's not a big movement, it's rib to hip. Other side coming up. And I'm really digging the inside and outside edge of my runner into my mat. Time. Whew, feel that in the side. All right, so my hip is on the one side, bottom leg scissors in front. So I've got a good grip, good stability, good support. Keep my hand here, start with the rib hip, get that side crunch pattern. And then from there, if I want to increase the intensity, and you may not be able to grip, like I can't grip the ground as much for some reason on this side, because I don't think I'm stronger on my oblique on this side to keep my feet gripped in there for 2 arms. So I'm going to keep this one arm down. Take it back to crossovers after this. Time. Okay. Whew. All right, crossovers. Hands light behind the ears. Lift and twist. Elbows are back. Exhale when you lift. So we're really hitting the waist with these 4 movements. Time. Walk yourself forward, head and shoulders on the ball, heels under knees, push through the heels, lift those glutes up, interlace the hands above the chest, arms are straight, and then take yourself to one side, rolling that ball down the outer edge of the shoulder, center. So my head will lift off, your head will lift off as you roll, arms will stay straight. And you want those feet apart. That's what's going to give you that base of support as you roll. Time. Woo. All right, side crunch. So your hip is just on the top, but then off to the side a bit. Scissor that bottom leg in front, grip into your mat, hang on to the ball, and think rib to hip. Now you can also put your feet against a wall, or if your couch goes all the way to the floor, anchor your feet against there. That's actually a lot better, so if you have that option, do it. I don't. But that's okay, I can still feel my obliques. Time, okay, other side, and then we're done. We'll do a really nice stretch for this area of the body too. You'll love it. All right, so hold on, scissor the bottom leg in front. Good. And rib to hip. Whew, yeah, time, oh, nice. Stay on this side for me. Get the ball right beside the hip. Stretch into the side waist as well as the arm. Extend your top leg out, bring that top arm up and over the ear, and then grab onto the wrist with the other hand and gently pull the arm. Allow the head to drop down on that bottom arm. And reach. Fingertips to toes. Hi, George. How are you? Want to say hi to YouTube? Huh? Thank you. Let's do the other side. Here, why don't you lie down? Lie down. Reach up and over. Hey, come here. Good boy. Lie down. Lie down. Don't be cheeky. Lie down. Thanks for the kisses. Come on, we're on YouTube. You gotta be good. Your fans want you to be a good boy. They do. And release. Now bring the ball to the other side of the hip. Take the leg that's furthest away. Step it forward a bit and just lunge into it, and you'll have the ball just resting into the hip a bit. Here, lie down. My other dog is terrified of the ball. He seems to be fine with it. All right, so stretching into the hip flexor, just holding on to the ball for some support. Front knee and ankle aligned. Back knee and hip are aligned, believe it or not. I'm not too split into my stance here. And then from this position, I tighten up that back glute and hold. Other side. So again, front ankle and knee aligned. This area fairly aligned, and then I'll tighten this glute to release more into the psoas, into the hip flexor. Hold on to the ball for some support. My back shoulder and hip are aligned, squared, getting that nice length in the hip. Bring yourself onto both knees, open up the knees, but keep the big toes together. Roll the ball away from you, and the hands are up high so that the head can drop down, stretching into the shoulders and into the T-spine. Now, if you feel this in your low back, I want you to tighten up your core a little bit. So that means drawing your belly button in towards your spine, and then tuck your tailbone in a bit. Hey, bud. Release the right hand on the ground, and now roll the ball towards your right, lengthening that left side of the body. Roll it back, right hand on the ball, roll it to your left. Really nice lat stretch. Release, have a seat on the ball. Kick one leg out, toe is up, and that one leg is straight, and then hinge forward, lengthen the hamstring. So I hope you enjoyed the workout. As mentioned, this was a strength-based workout, so if you want a little bit more cardio, well, there are a ton of cardio finishers on my, well, not a ton. I'm overselling that. There are a few cardio finishers on the channel, which you can go check out. And basically a finisher is just something intense that's under, around 5 to 15 minutes to get rid of whatever gas you still have in the tank, release. But the video I am gonna link up, and it'll appear for the last 15 seconds of this workout, is a fit tip that I did up on how you can implement your stability ball in any workout on YouTube, be it mine or if you're cheating on me and doing someone else's. But there are a ton of moves that a lot of YouTubers, a lot of us do as fitness instructors, in which you could easily sub the ball in. If we're doing body weight or if we're doing something else, you could use the ball instead and get more use out of your stability ball while you're doing your workout. So as mentioned, it's going to appear in the last 15 seconds of this video, and you can just click on it and watch that fit tip. Release, keep the feet apart, drop the hands down to the ground, let the head drop, and just get a nice stretch deep into the hips as well as your low back. And then roll it on up. Hey, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Now, before you take off, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed the video, hey, thumbs up would be pretty damn awesome. George would love for you to drop a comment down below as well, wouldn't you, buddy? And if you've been to a few of my workouts, come and join us on Patreon. And we want to thank everyone on Patreon. It is due to that amazing community that we can have these workouts here on YouTube. So if you can, come and support the channel. We would really appreciate it. And we have extra perks and bonuses for those that do. All the information's down there in the description. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.